Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Raids, week 31, day 1. So of course, this week we have ourselves the raids for that of Blighted Lands. It is a Blighted Lands event week. Ended up getting a new pretty useless glory troop. I did end up messing with it a little bit earlier, and yes, it does actually just, it drains life, but it doesn't get to keep that life. It's not like a life steal, and it just converts it into armor. So yeah, he does only gain armor. He does not gain gain armor and HP, which makes it pretty useless. This thing is this instantly dead content, and in the context as far as like the gate-like troops, it's actually probably one of the worst of them. But yeah, it's nothing special, but you can still get him for his red blues. And other than that, of course, we have quite a few things going on this week. We end up getting ourselves that new troop. We end up getting ourselves the raid troop, of course, which we'll be doing first, is going in and doing all of raids. But we got this thing, kind of interesting that it has the 2 times the burning aspect into being able to burn all enemies. Has a normal amount of damage that it does to the boss. Has a half mana start, which is pretty useful. And of course, it's 3 to 5 times extra skull damage to the boss. So basically, every single thing on the opposing team, it can do additional damage to. Do keep in mind that raids has quite a bit of freeze this week, so you might want to have a cleanser in first slot. And there is a cleanse that has triple damage to burning as well, and it's called Hierophant. It's the only hero class in the game that actually has that combination. So if you happen to have that to level 100, it's probably going to be pretty good to run for raids this week, particularly for the higher levels, because you can get away with almost anything at the lower levels. Due to how strong she'll end up being for it. Other than that, this Wednesday, of course, we got ourselves a new pet, or going to be getting ourselves a new pet. It's going to be the new Daemon pet that is going to be very soon. Just gives a bonus to Daemons with that little imp. Thursday, we have a class event for the very, very useless Blighted Lands hero class. And then on Friday, we're going to have 2 new things. One, as you can see, is Bounty Hunter in 6 days, in 3 days and 6 hours. And the other one is a new Mythic that actually has some potential. And other than that, yeah, that's pretty much everything. And Soul Forge. What do we have in Soul Forge? I didn't even check Soul Forge yet today. Umanif's okay. That's about it. Maybe Tesla for early game, if you happen to not have it. It's one of the slightly better early game legends that can scale upwards as well. But other than that, nothing really too interesting. All of the weapons look pretty bad as well. The stuff that you would get for collection purposes. Because F-Spire's a really underwhelming thing for towers or for invasions. And this thing is just for a boost off of Blighted Lands. Actually, this came out this week. Never mind. This came out through the raid event this week. That's actually the raid weapon this week. Another thing that got added this week. Ends up dealing damage to an enemy, boosted by Blighted Lands, and creates a mix of red and purple. Overall, I don't really feel like it's going to be used too much, just because Blighted Lands doesn't really have much synergy with itself. As far as event keys, there's not much in there, because of course it's only Blighted Land drops, and there's 2 of them that are not in the drop table. The Doom of Flame is not in the drop table because you can only get it from Red Tower of Doom, and the what was the other one? And the raid troop this week obviously is in the drop table for event keys because you can only get it specifically through the raid shop this week. So do be mindful of that because we are starting to get to a point where most raid and invasion troops are in the game. However, there still are a few that aren't, and this is one of those cases where one is not. And for that reason, since it is a new troop, it is only in the raid shop this week, and then it will be in the drop table after a month. But anyways, so in other news, let's just go and get into raids then. As far as what I've been using for raids, I think I just partially showed that team there, but didn't actually show it in action yet. We are going to be running with this team, which is Mang, Luciferia, which is of course the new raid troop, which does the additional damage, the Inferno King, and the Lamashtu, which is an empowered that can convert into purple, and also do a little bit of poke damage. So it's pretty much what we're rolling with. Do keep in mind there's a lot of freeze. I think every single battle has like 2-3 freeze options, so you got to be very careful. While the Zukov himself doesn't have a freeze this week, pretty much everything else on the team seems to pretty consistently be getting it. But as far as this team, we should pretty much be able to one-shot just about every single battle, or every single poke that we do. Not only do we have Mang to be able to help with that, but we also have 2 things that could do additional damage. Our first slot is doing triple damage to burning, and our second slot is doing double damage to burning, as well as quad, or 5 times damage, assuming you've maxed it, to the Zugov. So we have a lot of potential skull damage. This is going to be skull, skull, skull until we win, pretty much, in most of these battles. It's one-shot skulls after one-shot skulls, as we don't one-shot, the 65% reduction. But, oh well. That's what happens when we don't get a Mang or anything down. I'll just Inferno King it, get our little bit of skulls, and as you can see, he is easily dead. And then rinse and repeat, and we should be good to go. But anyways, hello everyone! Hope all of you have been having a wonderful day so far. Hello Larry, hello Tyranny, hello Bill, hello Isabel, hello Defiant, hello Army X Tube, hello Cookie, Hello, Badass. Hello, hello, Birdleaf. Hello, I just said Birdleaf. Hello, Foro. Hello, Jefferson. Hello, Zex. Hello, Sam. Hello, Chris Border. Hello, Lieb. How did I say that? The Paulette. Hello, Sandri. Hello, Clarence. Hello, DW. Hello, Drock Savage. Hello, Lampard. Hello, Liz. Welcome. Hello, John. Hello, Roman. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Does this team work for Explore 12? Mountain Crusher as Mechanist, Tina, Tesla, Dracos. I'm not sure about Dracos, but everything else sounds like it would. I would probably double up on either Tina or Tesla if you have. Obviously, you might not have a second Tina, but you might have a second Tesla that you could end up putting in there, or something else. I don't know. I just feel like the Dracos doesn't, for trying to win quickly on that battle, I don't think Dracos does much, but the rest of it does. I think going like double Tesla or something would end up working. Like do the double Tesla in front of your Tina, and then just mana generate until you can Tesla, Tesla, Tina, or Tina, Tesla, Tesla, whatever order. And actually, you probably want to do the Teslas first, or at least one Tesla first, and then a Tina, then a Tesla. Actually, that probably is the order: Tesla, Tina, Tesla. The main reason for that is you don't want Tina to accidentally double tap or triple tap to a point where it gets a kill. Otherwise, Tina will get less boost ratio due to a troop being dead. And then when a troop is dead, you don't get all that armor boost ratio for her damage. But yeah, that would probably work. Mountain Crusher, Tesla, Tina, Tesla, and doing it like that. You want at least one Tesla in front of your Tina. One or both, but at least one. But yeah, that would end up working. Haven't actually used it for it before, but it would work. You could use the new Panther instead of double Tesla. Almost forgot about that. That was added. That was actually the most recent mech from Adana added to the game a couple events ago. Okay, but as you can see, as we get the burn, normally you'd want to do that anyways, go and rush the raid troop. But now even more so this week because you end up getting a burn, and this burn allows you to do an extremely high amount of damage on not just your hero but also for her, for every single skull that you do. So it ends up working out pretty well this week. You're using Trickster Shot with Monk, Arenas, Luciferia, and Limstru. That actually sounds like it would work pretty good. Only issue with that is a lot of people might not have Trickster Shot. It is an old event weapon. But yeah, that sounds like it would work. Actually, I don't feel like I'm casting her most battles. But we could do her for cleanup, ideally. So let's go for that. And dead. Nice little poke into mana accumulation to feeding up something else. I can just wipe them right out. Ends up working out quite well. I almost keep forgetting she's even back there. Because everything else on the team is just so strong on their own. But yeah, Blighted Lands is a bit of a weird kingdom. There's quite a bit of a lack of synergy within it. Even though they're almost all pure Daemon. I think it's mostly because the mythic there is rather underwhelming. It was one of the first mythics added to the game. If not mistaken, it was the 5th mythic? Wasn't it the first mythic that wasn't, it might have actually been the first mythic, Amnesia. I think she might have been the first mythic that wasn't one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. She was either the 5th or 6th mythic added to the game. So she's pretty old. Because she was around when mythics were first being added. And she's gotten buffed like once or twice, and even after those buffs, she has still remained pretty dated. Because obviously there's so many better mana generators than her right now. And pure Daemon teams are very rarely used. They were meta a couple years ago. Actually, around the time that she came out, they were just about to end being meta. They're just kind of funny. But yeah, they definitely aren't meta anymore, even though they might have had that a little bit in the past. I feel like Gorgoltha was the main thing that kind of helped hold on to that. But then better mana generators came in, even then Gorgoltha. And while you still use Gorgoltha to this day, a lot of Daemon-based teams that use with Gorgoltha pretty much don't exist anymore. Because they're not strong enough in the current state of the game. There we go. The new weapon has both Curse and Mana Drain. So we'll work on Elves. Not if they have immune to Mana Drain. If I'm not mistaken, the Drain takes effect prior to the Curse. Because I know with most other stats effects that occurs. For example, if you use Essence of Evil on something that has those immunities, the Curse is one of the last things that gets applied. I think they might have done this because they put... I'm pretty sure the priority in which stats effects apply to a troop goes in order in which they were released into the game, which is one of the reasons why when you use Essence of Evil on something that has Impervious, the only effect you normally get on it, if I'm not mistaken, is Bleed. And the reason for this is a little bit of an oversight on their part, is that SAS effects seem to apply in order in which they were released, or something similar to that, in their coding. And for that reason, Curse was the second to last one in that queue of things. And for that reason, almost every other SAS effect, other than Bleed, should not take effect, even if you end up getting a Curse prior. Which is a little bit of a weird interaction. They should really make it so it goes either all the way before or all the way after. Because right now it's a bit of a weird mix where it's kind of in between. Oops, I meant to drag that up, not to the side. Oh, I guess we'll take some purple. Still have enchant on that, so we can go forward with poke. We do have alignment, so we'll convert all that away, and that should pretty much be matched. We just get poke, 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 and he's dead. All we'll need. So let's take that. And he's dead. And it's still our turn. Still had another free skull and another cast, or whatever we want to do them. Perfect. Nice. Yeah, the Possessed King disagrees. Well, I meant pure Daemon teams, not partial Daemon teams. There's quite a few teams that still use like 1 or 2 Daemons. There's almost none that use 2 or 3. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Oh, did I say 2 or 3? I meant 3 or 4. Yeah, there's a lot that use 1 or 2, but not a lot that use 3 or 4. Anyways, we'll take that for now. Take a poke. Grab the other poke. How are you not gosh, that thing has 65% score reduction. Being all annoying. He doesn't have anything else that's annoying, right? No, it's 65%. Actually, this was the event last Tuesday as well. Last week. Let's see. I want to bait him, but he's just gonna... Oh, never mind. He'll die to burn. There we go. That works. That works. Free 12 damage per turn. Well, technically only 9 because Zugov cannot be burned. Some of these other ones might end up getting immune as well. Though very few of them seem to have immune to fire. Okay, so right off the bat, we're going to go get our burns. Not just to do more skull damage, but also because we get a free Zugov kill with it. I'll take your yellow for now. Get our convert to get all that mana going. And ideally, we'd have alignment right now. We don't, but I still am going for it. And that is why. Yeah, quite a few kingdoms do have better myth or daemons in it. Like there are several locations that have daemons. I'm not sure if I'd say Blighted Lands is the absolute worst though. I'd almost say Karakroth, but then there's Zugov. Like Zugov's one of the only few daemons in Karakroth that kind of makes it redeemable. Yeah, we do have extra turn there, so we'll grab that. Fortunately, not really getting too much mana into it. Let's take that for now. We'll have full mana next turn. We'll just take a Mang for now. Actually, yeah, let's kill you that way. It's a little bit of a weird way of doing it, given that we get no boost ratio, but it won't really matter. These were still in one-shot range. We're doing triple damage to burning, so it's over 1,500 damage per cast, or per skull, I mean. Easily getting those 150s down. Okay, I'll take that for now. Hello, Analyst, the new weapon. Oh, wait, never mind. I already read that. I'll take that over. Grab our yellow right over there. Oh, wait, did we have alignment I just ruined? Yes, we did. Fail. It's not that big a deal, though. But we don't have the other skulls aligned, so I might just do this just to get her full mana. And then hopefully have a better board that we can cast on. And not quite. I might just pass my turn, actually. Do a little poke. Hopefully Inferno King be enough to clean up. For now, we'll take that other little thing. And see what we could do with this amount of mana. And we'll go through that for now. And he's dead. How good is Lamershu, or even Ever, it's spelled? She's not too good. I don't feel like she's used too often just because she's a Empower Converter that converts out of her own color, which is a little bit of a weird mix because why? It's just a really weird combination because she's basically denying herself. If I'm not mistaken, she's the only Empower troop in the game that has one of those Empower Converts that actually takes away its own color that it uses. which is a bit of a confliction that makes her situationally used. There are still some really niche instances that she's used, but overall, she does seem like one of the least used ones, or at least quite a bit lesser used. Okay, we do have alignment there, all for red, so we will grab that, brown to red. So we got that good value there. Take out the skull. Still need a little bit of more, so we'll just take a skull into one-shotting Zugaf. I was wondering why we were doing so little damage, just because we didn't burn yet. But we can just go throw that down and easily get our burn. Also, one other thing that's pretty good about this team is the Zugaf does have Submerge this week. However, this team, even if it doesn't quick kill it and it gets Submerge, has a lot of single target stuff that would bypass the Submerge. Okay, let me make sure I actually get the burn down in time. So we're going to throw it down immediately. As soon as we're... Actually, never mind, I lied. Now we'll throw it down. Want to go for that free poke. Can't let Devour even live. Can't let it live. Okay, can we stop getting extra turns, please? So we can actually go do our turn. Seriously, how many more extra turns does it want to give us? There's so many extra turns. Okay, I think we end our turn now. Let's go and throw that down for our burn. I think it was triple damage. Unfortunately, actually, we do have alignment. Never mind. We don't have any greens on the board to get more skulls, but we technically have alignment there. Speaking of alignment, we have it again right there. And there's a match. It doesn't really matter which way we do it. That'll be enough to damage to kill. And it goes down. Yeah, she uses yellow, but it converts out yellow to purple, which is a weird combination. But yeah, she converts yellow to purple, but she uses yellow. She's a red-yellow that uses yellow, but denies yellow as well. Bit of a weird mix that she has there. Okay, what do we take here? This convert's not worth it, so we'll probably just start working up Mang. Theoretically, could just go a mana-generating weapon there too. With triple damage burning for these earlier battles, we'd easily have enough damage to kill every single one out. We'll stick with this for now. Now we'll go for that. Get our damage in. We do have a drop for that, so we will indeed go for it. I don't think we have much else, so let's grab that over. Hopefully get an Inferno King in there. No. So we'll go for a one-shot to the boss, so we can go do our triple burning as well. I'm not having to deal with Zugaf anymore. We can then hopefully go for Skull Poke, but I don't see any way to go get one. So let's go Mang him down since he's in one-shot range. And hopefully we have a Skull, and we do. And he barely lives because of the skull reduction. Quite a few of these are having skull reduction as well. 50%, 65%, quite a bit of protection. And that one with 65% is almost like Gorgoltha tanky. It's very strong. It's a little bit less than it. If you're doing pure faction for that faction, though, it's actually pretty much a Zugaf, because you get that 25% reduction on top of it as well. Okay, do we have alignment here? I'd want to think we do. Yes, we do. So we'll go for that. Get our poke. Throw the other thing down. Okay, what else? Take that down. Get down another little poke. Somehow he's still not dead. Do we even have alignment on any of that? No, so let's go grab that over. And then we can get the convert into the final little skull. And that'll kill him. There we go. The struggle of not having Mang. Also, I could have just threw the raid trip there. But that's more fun. Hello, Mins. Welcome. Or Ms. Are you getting EXP for Hierophant? Or is it needed for this team? Oh, no. It's actually needed for this team. Hierophant is specifically used. I already have Hierophant maxed. The specific reason why I'm using Hierophant for this team is because it's the only hero class in the game that has both cleanse and triple damage to burning. You could use something like Titan or something instead, but if you don't have this maxed, or even Sun Spear, which a lot of people have maxed as far as triple damage to burning troops are concerned. But I'm actually using this just because it's I feel like it works a little bit better. There's a lot of freeze going on this week, so to counter out the freeze, you can end up doing a the Hierophant extra turn, so you don't ever have to worry about being frozen. So all we really need to do now is just get an extra turn to get out of this. Unfortunately, we don't have alignment right here. Ideally, we'd just do it with this one conversion troop. Well, looks like we pretty much already win, so let's go for the poke into another poke, and that'll be match. But yeah, it does get to cleanse every single extra turn it does, while also still having triple damage to burning. And there's a ridiculously high amount of freeze this week for raids, so it's worth considering. Obviously, you could do any kind of triple damage burning there, and it'll be fine. Or just like a Titan to tank, which is a pretty standard kind of Mang first slot tank. But either way you want to run would end up working. Okay, anything else we need to move? No, so we'll go kill that out. Get our burn so we do triple damage. I'll throw whatever down and maybe get a Mang. I'll take the skull for now. None of them have skull reduction, so we technically don't need a Mang to overkill it with. Nothing else looks like it could really be moved around, so we'll just go for this just to waste our turn and see what it ends up doing. Unfortunately, that doesn't actually help us any, so we'll just go take that for now. Come on, get us alignment already. Let's take that over. He'll probably take a poke on us. We still don't really have much for a cast, unfortunately. No extra turn. Nothing even seeming like it moves into each other that well. So now we could at least get a poke. Oh, wait, there we go. There's our extra turn. And now we poke, dead. What about Monk? Monk. Monk doesn't have triple damage to burning, but it would work. It has immune to freeze, it has cleanse on extra turn. It doesn't have anything to boost up its skulls, though. Like, it doesn't have triple damage to burning, nor does it have enraged like Titan does. In this particular instance, I'd probably use Titan before I'd use Monk. Okay, unfortunately, even though we have a Furnace alignment, we do not have the mana for him, so we cannot cast them. And we do not have alignment on the purples, so I almost feel like I go for it just to get it going. Our mana that we need. Let's see. That thing's blocking it so much, though, that it's, don't really give it too much. Let's take the purple for now. Go full mana the following turn. We could go throw a really big poke with this if we really want to. I guess we will. It also reapplies burn, which is useful. Though we don't have much to do with this, because I do not believe we have alignment, but I still think we're going to go for it. Just to get our mana going. Oh! That was alignment, actually. That was within visible sight. I didn't see that, though. Nice. It's like a little cascaded into place. But it was all within sight, so it works. Also, we'll hand out a redeem code once we hit all raid tokens used. We'll go from there. Let's see. We'll take that one over. Grab ourselves a Mang onto his last slots. Please, will you test 1 Fairish Raw versus 2? Read earlier comment. What were you saying? Fairish Raw does stack, but what we're using it for. Rumor has it that 2 Fairish Raws do not double the amount of souls collected. Can you test this for us? 1 Fairish Raw versus 2. Unless the most recent patch changed it. But no, 2 does give you additional benefit. But yeah, I haven't actually tested it recently. But I can go do so to see if it actually gives any soul difference. That's really weird if it doesn't. It is for the longest of longest time stacked. That'd be very weird if they change it so it doesn't. Yeah, I'll go double check after this battle. Okay. So the easiest way to check it is just do 2 quick Fairish Raw battles. One with 1 and one with 2. Let's see. I do want to hit max soul, so we'll do it the traditional way. We just go to a kingdom that is super easy. How about Stormheim? Doesn't really matter too much where we do this. Make sure it's on Explore 3. Already is. Wait. Actually, do we need Explore 2? No, I think Explore 3. I forget. How many stats do you have? Never mind. Explorer 2 is correct. So let's just go do a battle. Exit out. Do Dragon Soul. Do the other one. Let's test it with 1. Test it with 2. Let's see. Okay, Explore 2. Continue. Dragon Soul team. Let's see. Where is one I'm not using this week? We're not using this one. So let me go change this over to Dragon Soul with 1 Fairish Raw. So Dragon Soul, just for the sake of testing, I'm not going to use Mirage Queen either. I mean, I'm not going to use, what's it called? I'm not going to use Necromancy Troop. So we're going to go Dragon Soul, we're going to go 1 Fairish Raw. We're going to go, how about just Leprechaun? And, because I don't want to use the other thing. And we'll go Umber Wolf. So we'll use it traditionally, but without the 3rd slot there. Okay. And normally you'd put Azarus there. But I want to test it without any additional soul gain. Okay, what do we need here? I am looking for Dragon Soul Banner. Okay, should be good to go. Doesn't matter what hero class we're using because we have no hero class. However, you can use a Purple Storm hero class. While you're there, can you show your Explore 12 team real quick? Sure. I can go show it again. Yeah, I haven't been doing Explore 12 as much recently. We've been doing it like a lot in the past, but I haven't been too much recently. I can go show it again. While we're already doing some explores. Okay, please don't just accidentally kill the enemy. That'd be bad. Because I'm trying to get max capacity of souls. Okay, so let's see. With 1 Fairish Raw, we got the amount of souls of 280. Now let's see how many we get with 2 Fairish Raws. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So now we'll test it with 2 Ferrous Raws, and it gives us anything more than 280, then it worked. Let's see. We'll take that over. Grab purple. So soul capacity is up, of course, as it always is. Okay. And how many souls do we get now? 448. Looks like it's working perfectly fine to me. Oh no, what's the issue with it? That did exactly what it's supposed to do. 1 Ferrous Raw did a 280, and then 2 Ferrous Raws did more. You have to keep in mind it's not an actual 1.5 times because it's adding it to your current percentages. So even though it's 150% soul gain, it's 150% soul gain to what you already have as your base value. So it's not going to like double it in that sense, but it does increase it, and it still does exactly what it's always done. There's no difference with that. But you have to keep in mind these bonuses also apply. And when it says 150%, it's just another 150%. So 1 Ferrous Raw brings you to 330%, and 2 Ferrous Raws bring you to 580%. Didn't it used to collect like 700 to 1,000 souls per battle? No. 4 Ferrous Raws was like 1,000. 3 Ferrous Raws might have done like 600 or 700, but I can go test that. 4 Ferrous Raws in the past was 100% over 1,000. However, it was with like a 50% bonus or something. So I was using a soul bonus before. So actually, it might not be possible to get over 1,000 now. You have to keep in mind, one reason why it's a bit lower is because what's it called? Because we don't have the extra 75% or 25% or anything else that can be set with it. Because we can't set the difficulty for the battle to coincide with it. So that might be what you're thinking, making it go lower. Yeah, let's see if 4 of them works properly. It should be around 1,000. It might not actually be over 1,000 because we don't have those other bonuses anymore. But we'll see if we can actually get to full capacity here. Okay, let's just throw a Ferrous Raw. Doesn't really matter how. Just need to keep poking him. Oh, yeah, I do need to make sure I cast Ferrous Raw twice, though. Otherwise, we won't reach max capacity of souls. There we go. And we'll kill it out that way. Max capacity. And it should be around 1,000. 784. Maybe it does cap to some capacity now. But that could also just be because we didn't have those other percents. Because I used to run this with like 75% or 100% additional. Because you were able to run it on that high and still one-shot before in the old format with the difficulty system. So that percent might actually made it go over that point. Yeah, 784. That doesn't seem too far off, though. 784 when you had, compared to before, when we had 2 Ferrous Raws, that seems about right. Because if we break down the amount of increase per Ferrous Raw, we had what? 280 and then we had 484, right? We went 280 to 484. So that means how much of a difference was that? 280 to 484? That's correct, right? 280 minus 484. Wasn't that what we had the second time? So that was a 204 difference. So does that mean we went up 408 compared to before? It looks like we did about. Wait, no. That is a bit smaller than that then. I don't know, maybe there's a weird diminishing return on it? I'm not sure. Because, yeah, it was 280 and then 484, right? Because that would be a 204 difference, which means per Ferrous Raw. And that should mean that would be a 408 higher. And that wasn't actually 408 higher. It was much higher, but not exactly 408 higher. Because that's only 300 something higher. I'm not sure. But more Ferrous Raws definitely still equals more souls, nonetheless. But anyways, as far as someone who was asking about Urskea, you go to Explore 12 Urskea, specifically has to be Urskea, and you run this team. It's Scorpius team. You can replace out Uryali with any poison that poisons all enemies, which is mostly Web Spinner or Shadow Dragon. I think most people prefer Shadow Dragon because it feeds into Scorpius. But this is the team if you have Uryali. And basically what you do is you go and get an extra turn, so you get them poisoned. Mana generate like crazy. Cast Scorpius, mana generate again. Cast Scorpius, win. And it cycles in about 30 seconds per battle or so. And you just do that, rinse, repeats, and you get a bunch of Explore 12 done at a very quick rate. And again, a bunch of rewards, like 3 trophies, a decent amount of gold, and, you know, all the normal resources. Yeah, and of course that main thing that you get from it is tokens, once you complete them all out and go to the final boss thing. Anyways, let's go finish out raids, then we'll hand out a code. How many battles do we have left? We have ourselves 5 battles, which means like 7 or 9 because of our ravens. Alright, no problem, Miz. Oh, thanks for that. Greatly appreciated. The likes do help a lot for YouTube algorithm purposes. What do we even take here? Grab a purple over. Grab ourselves a, what do we want? We'll take that over there. Get a mang down. Also, the vent video probably will be up later tonight, by the way. Of course, we covered it to some capacity now, but we'll be covering the actual video very soon. Should be up before I go to bed, and if not, it should be up in the morning. Depends how long it takes to go up. Let's see. What do I want here? We probably throw... I'm actually going to go in Furnace. So we don't have an extra turn there, so we'll grab that. Take the... I don't have a Cascade Force, so I'm actually just going to take the middle area there. And it then allows us to poke him. Oh, I should have taken that purple first. It's not that big a deal, though. Okay. Let's see what else we need. I don't have a drop for that. I'll try for the drop, I guess. Didn't end up getting it, but luckily the other Scold stayed intact, and then we just kill it. I know, of course we're still doing the event video. We always do the event video. Because I know some people like the concise video instead. Let's see, we'll take that. Grab the Pokety Poke. Grab our Convert over there because we have extra turn. Unfortunately, not full mana for the other guy, though. We'll just wait a turn. Refresh the burning. I should have probably hit first slot. I might have enough to actually tank out my skull, even with triple damage. Yeah, that's an extra turn, so we'll grab it. Luckily, it's split damage definitely secured us the kill there, and then we skull the skull, and he's dead. Easy as that. Hello, Patrick! Let's see, we'll go for that. Oh, what team were you referring to with that at? Let's hello, Cynical. Glad you can make it. What do we grab here? Take that for now. Get a little bit of mana generation. Everything else to kind of sit there. Go for a poke. Let the burn sit for a little while. Try for a Skull of Sky. Unfortunately, did not get it. And Furnace will go and, yeah, we'll get a Convert there. Get all that mess going. And he's already dead. Oh, you just crafted a reality finally. Nice. Wait, is she actually available this week? And you mentioned that in the video, too. I don't think she was she? Oh, yeah, she is. I completely skipped over her. Because she's a relatively useless mythic for everything other than that. She's used occasionally in true damage teams. But her unique thing is just so pointless. The 4x poison. There's like one synergy in the entire game where that's good for. And it's that Scorpius. But it makes Scorpius so good that it's worth going out of your way for if you really want solid Explore 12s. We don't know how much longer that team will be viable for. I end up giving warnings like last year. But it's been viable for like 5 months now. Almost 6 months. So, I don't know. I guess it might be worth doing because it doesn't seem like it's going to become unviable anytime soon. It could be another half a year to a year before Scorpius Plus or Reali is not viable or not as viable for Explore 12 anymore. Right now, it's still, to my understanding, the most viable option in the game. I'm not aware of nor have seen anything that works better than it from my experience. But as far as other mythics, Umanif's the other one to potentially consider going for this week. And Tesla in early game. And everything else other than those three are relatively useless, at least to go and craft anyways, unless you just desperately need them for a kingdom upgrade. But anyways, but definitely don't craft any of the other legends other than Tesla. That's the only legend there that is even remotely worth it. Well, let's go finish out raids, then we'll go do the pet before I forget. And then we'll probably do our other dailies, and of course we'll hand out the redeem code after raids. As soon as we get these last several battles in. Let's just keep multiplying with Val Ravens. Oh yeah, we're getting a pretty decent mythic this Friday. It's definitely above average. I'm not sure how meta it's going to be until we really mess with it. My biggest concern with the troop is mostly going to be its inconsistency of how much damage it does. But it's going to be pretty noteworthy, and that's going to be the second mythic in the game with a 100% chance to extra turn. Currently, the only other one is Iron Gut, and we saw how valuable Iron Gut was. So there's a good chance this thing, just for the fact that it has extra turn into a couple other things like board control and such, should be pretty viable. Actually, I didn't think about that. It is the only mythic with both extra turn and board control in its ability. Automatic extra turn into board control, which is a pretty interesting combination that ends up getting from that. Okay, so for now, I'm going to completely ignore the skull. So we just go for that. Get us some reflect in there. I'm actually going to wait because we can't one-shot anymore, so I'm going to just go get a Mang and then just do a Mang poke. This will give us enough skull damage to easily destroy everything. So we'll do just that. We'll then go take the little poke. And hopefully it doesn't take too much yellow here. Do we have alignment on anything? Doesn't look like it. Still looks like we don't. Is it worth going for? Probably not. So we'll go and just get a little bit of a convert here just to clear the board a little bit. And hopefully we'll have alignment now. Which it looks like we still don't. So let's take something. And now we can skull poke it and then kill it with hopefully this follow-up right here. Then we should be good to go. And he is dead. Well, the event this time around might not be as bad as Council of Chiefs. But we won't know till next Monday. We'll find out. But it shouldn't be as bad. Fingers crossed. Ta. Yeah, Vespera is still really good at extra turning. But she doesn't have automatic extra turn. Even though it feels like it sometimes. Okay, do we have alignment for extra turn? I would hope so, but we did not, unfortunately. Luckily, we still hit one and get unfrozen. It's one of the whole reasons for using this hero class. Triple damage on burning plus unfreeze on skull. I mean, unfreeze on extra turn, I mean. Though, technically, we would unfreeze on skull if it was an extra turn skull. I don't know, I did like the old event. The scaling of it was horrifically bad, though. But I like that they're going to be constantly like changing them up. So if you hate one of them, you might not necessarily hate the next one. It's going to be quite a bit more variety than what other events have. Which is hard to tell because we've only had one event so far. But after we've had a few, it'll be a little bit more evident. I don't know, I think it'll grow in most people after a few events. Quite a few of the events people hated initially. Actually, Raids, the one this week, was, when it came out, it was probably one of the most hated events when it first came out. Now people don't really mind it too much. However, Zukov being able to instant kill is still a little bit weird with some team compositions. Just because you're kind of on a timer to fight against the Zukov. Let's see. We'll take that for now. Oh. We'll grab ourselves a... Actually, I might need to just switch to Titan. Yeah, the classic Titan. I'm mostly because I just need barrier on Brown. That, or we could just do Monk to have the immune if we really want to, while still having barrier on Brown. We wouldn't have cleanse, but he'd have immune to freeze. Though he can use cleanse, but he has to choose between immune to freeze or cleanse. In these kind of battles, it's probably just better to go for immune to freeze, because how much freeze there is this week in this game mode. But the barrier on Brown does increasingly become more important as we get deeper. Okay, I'll take a skull poke. We already got our Mang down, so we can easily get the kill there. Go throw in Furnace if we have alignment. Nope, so we'll go and throw that down then. And that's our refresh on the burn. We do not seem to have alignment, but we do have a drop, so we'll go for it. So we'll get the skull drop. Ideally, we'd have a follow-up right here. Unfortunately, we do. We can grab that and then dead. And store a turn. Yeah, wasn't this one the dragon one, I believe, next week? I didn't really look too much into it just because it might get changed before it gets released. Because it's a relatively new game mode. So I kind of figured any information would probably change by then. Because they might not have a final verdict on what they want to do for it. Because even Councils of Chiefs changed literally days before it went out. Let's see. Grab that. It's one of the reasons why the balance on it was probably so bad as well. Because it was tweaked literally right before it came out. And also after community feedback, they'll probably change the scoring to make sure it's towards the lower side rather than too high. I wish they would scale a little bit more like Tower of Doom. Tower of Doom scaled very, very well. And that it probably requires the least for your guild to get done compared to any of the other ones. Assuming you play it fully with actually scouting it out and everything. Oh, we're about to lose Hero. Yeah, we really need that barrier on Brown. He's a one-shot range right now. He'd be dead if we were a little bit deeper. There we go. And we had a follow-up extra turn skull. Plus it was store turn. 2 to 4 more battles. Trickster Shot's April 13th. Oh, that's a pretty nice then. That's right around the corner. Yeah, Trickster Shot's a pretty nice weapon. It's actually one of the better weapons in the game. I personally don't use it too often. However, it is actually one of the best weapons in the game. Despite the fact that I don't use it too much. And one of the reasons I don't use it too much is just because a lot of people don't own it. Let's see. I'll take up that for now. And get a Mang down. But then again, I guess it's about as rare as the Doom weapons too. Which a lot of people might not own. And I always show teams with those. I'll get a Mang down there. It's a little overkill, but I do want to go for it there. Just get rid of it. Now we can just one-shot the rest. Alignment would be great right about now. Unfortunately, we do not have it, so let's grab something over. Grab the other thing. And what else do we need here? That's not aligned to such a degree that we're not even going to go past it. Luckily good to that. Oh, he's not burned anymore. Fail. So we don't have enough damage. Let's grab that for now. And I should be dead. Yes. Trickster Shot is basically a magic-oriented Mang. That is correct. It's basically Mang if Mang was magic. You basically just keep casting it over and over again for one-shots after you've casted it about once or twice. The only problem with it is it does have a little bit of startup compared to other weapons. There you go. Go throw that down. Oh, I should have threw Mang first. Whoops. As long as we maintain burn, though, we should be fine. Come on, alignment. We do have it. Nice. That should be match. I think we're a little bit short on damage. Yeah, we'll take that over. And he's dead. Oh, never mind. And now he's dead. There we go. And I believe that was our final battle. Yep, 0 sigils. And there we go. Stage 7 pretty much. Of course, we'll get the rest done throughout the rest of the week. Anyways, I did say I would hand out a code once we got to that point. So let me go hand out a code. And then go do the pet. And then we'll go do our dailies. And then that might be a wrap because Salty's actually streaming in about 18 minutes from now. And I believe she's going over the new Mythic that's coming out this Friday. And I'll probably be working on the video then to make sure I can get it up as soon as I can. But yeah, go say hi to her for me. But yeah, she'll be going over the new Mythic that's coming out this Friday. And obviously it will be coming out. We'll be going over it this Friday when it actually gets released. But because they're developers of the game, they have it early. The dev build. Anyways, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the code. Where to go? Let's see. I mean, it should be this code right here, but let me just double check by using the code prior to it. In case I didn't mark it correctly. Yep, that seems to be the case. So this code should be the code I'm looking for. And no, it is not. Oops. I need to go mark that then. Guess I handed out one more code earlier than I thought I did. Whoops. Oh, because we've been handing them out during Animal Crossing streams. I forgot. That's why. We didn't do an Animal Crossing stream today, but we have been handing out redeem codes occasionally during Animal Crossing streams, which we've been doing through Tuesday to Thursday as well as Saturdays and Sundays lately, as you guys have probably seen by the very long uploads of those things. But there you guys go. There's the redeem code. Your invite code is found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says in the bottom left corner right over there is what you put in for that. Redeem code's right over there in chats. Copy paste the random numbers and letters. And it gives the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. There you guys go. And of course the main loot's the gem key. And you can save that gem key for this Friday to go use it for the mythic. Actually, all the keys you get throughout this week you might want to save till this Friday. Just because next mythic is pretty decent. I'm not sure exactly where I would rank it until we actually mess around with it some. But it does seem like it's towards the, definitely above average side, easily. But, how meta it is, we'll kind of need to see after testing it a bit. What am I looking for? I'm still trying to get Monk leveled. Oh, oops. Yeah, we're already on Monk. Why did I think I already maxed Monk? I was like trying to switch out a Monk as if, oh yeah, we already maxed it. No, still got a few levels left on it. Let's see. We'll take that over. Grab our gold, take our red. And then we'll get our destroy into a key. And then dead. But yeah, if anyone has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Did you see your nasty team you posted? It's good for Explorer. Sorry, what team was it? My bad. I must have skipped over it. Let me see. John. Hope you get 4K damage for High King Iron Gut. Yeah, it's a pretty nice troop to have. What was the team that you mentioned, though? I can't find your team that you mentioned. Oh, you posted the code. That's why I didn't see the team. But yeah, let me go. I would have to go into the other thing to go copy it over. But if you can say what the troops are, I could get it in really quick. Let's see. We'll throw that down. But I've been doing that for Monday event videos, too. Takes a little bit longer to type it out for each one. But I find it pretty convenient, because whenever I just type in all the codes, there's some amount of people have no clue what they are. Or for people on like console or stuff, which is a big inconvenience. And with my setup, I actually can't easily copy-paste from my own chat. I can when on the other computer, but I can't into the one I'm actually playing on. Let's see. We'll do that over. Mountain Crusher, Rock Troll, Mega. Which one's Mega? The Megavore? And TWQ. TWQ. The Wild Queen. So I assume that's Megavore and Wild Queen then. Into brown mana spam. Seems like that could work. So yeah, Megavore once and then Wild Queen spam basically. Is what that team would be. And what do you use that for? Explore 12? We can go give it a shot real quick. Let me just finish out this pet. Oh, Salty's gonna be late today? Oh, good. Just like us. Ha! We were also late today. Let's see. We'll take that. Yeah, Wild Queen's pretty strong. Ever since they buffed her, she's been pretty meta. She got buffed about a year ago. Wait, is this her first stream she's doing from home? I thought the previous stream was from home, or was it not? What do we grab here? I'll take that for now. I know. She needs to go get a live cam onto her puppy. Oh, previous stream was from her office, despite the post on the forum. Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, every single one of my streams is just from home. And obviously there's just a green screen behind me. But behind that is just a bed and a wardrobe. A cabinet, whatever they're called. Thing you put clothes in. Let's see. Put that down. Get a poke. And he's dead. Oh, let's see. We'll see that for now. Let him poke us. Get that. Take our destroy. Get our key down. And one more poke will kill that out. We can just get it already. Should writs be used for crafting purple deeds or imperial? Purple. They should be used for purple deeds. They're eventually going to be shifted into imperials, but you should do it all in on purples until you have every single purple kingdom maxed, which no one should. It's quite literally impossible to have every purple kingdom maxed. But you should be putting them all into purple until every single purple... sorry, not every single purple kingdom, my bad. Every single magic kingdom, which is 3 of them. There's Blighted Lands, there's Karkaroth, and there is Darkstone. Oh, wait. And there's also... 4 of them. There's also Silverglade. My bad. But there are 4 purple kingdoms and 1 green that all end up giving magic. But you want to make sure you have Blighted Lands, Darkstone, Karkaroth, and Silverglade all to level 15 prior to ever using them into Imperials. But yes, after you finally have all the purple magic kingdoms maxed to 15, you would start switching into Imperials. Yes, in the current state of the game. You could still keep going into colors. However, if you want to go get more stats, the biggest thing that's really keeping you back is Imperials. So yeah, do the magic first and then Imperials, basically. So pretty much everyone should still be in the state of crafting purples, and will be for several months, possibly for the next like 5-6 months or so. But after that point, yes, it would be potentially worth considering changing over to Imperials rather than doing the colors once you have all the magic ones maxed, because then you can start getting more additional stats. Because by that point, we're probably going to have a lot more of the colors than we do Imperials, just due to how they get added to the game, especially since the Epic task gives 0 Imperials, whereas the Legend and Mythic both give some amount. The Legend gives 1 and Mythic gives 2. Could you write what the Magic Kingdoms are here? They're Blighted Lands. Well, there's 4 of them. There's Blighted Lands. There's Darkstone, Karkaroth, and Silverglade. Also, Zolkari as green. But yeah, all the first 4 are purple ones. Blighted Lands, Darkstone, Karkaroth, and Silverglade. And Zolkari is also a magic one, but it's green. But as far as the purple ones, it's Blighted Lands, Darkstone, Karkaroth, and Silverglade. And you want to make sure all 4 of those are maxed before you ever start making Imperials, which no one has done yet, because it's impossible to do. Even if you bought every purple that has ever existed in the game, you would not be much closer. Anyways, in other news, let me go and test that one team that was asked. So let's do an Airscape. I guess it doesn't really matter too much where we do it for the most part. Let's see. So let's go test this Explore 12 team, I guess. Where's a team that I don't need for the video? Frostfire, this one I don't need. We were just messing with Fair Straws here. Okay, what was the team again? Let's see if I can remember. It was Mountain Crusher. It was Rock Troll. So we definitely need to go use Titan. If I could type. Oh, I'm doing it under weapons. I was like, wait, why didn't it come up when I said Rock Troll? That's why. Let's see. I was thinking for a second it was something else. Okay. But yeah, Rock Troll, Megavore, and Wild Queen. Oh, and we'll set our banner accordingly, which should be a brown-green, it looks like. Yeah, +2 brown, +1 green, -1 blue. That'll work. Okay, let's go see what this can do. Oh, and we do it with Titan. And Titan. Specifically Enraged Titan. There we go. Okay, should be good. Let's go see what this can do. Okay. We'll take the greens right off the bat. Grab a... Take that for now. Grab yourself a brown. Please surge already. Now we Mountain Crusher. Actually, now we Wild Queen. I feel like the Megavore isn't as needed. Or if it is, it's definitely needed, like, behind it. Because you're already going to have so much attack gain, I don't really feel like you need the Megavore. Unless you're just using it for its instant kill. In which case it should be behind the Wild Queen. But I don't feel like you need to cast them. Because after you do it a few times, you're already up to enough that you can just kill them. There we go. But you can still keep Megavore there. It's used to rip armor for the instant kill. I'm just concerned with how much that would mana block. Like it did in the first battle. Because it would make some battles win a lot quicker. But on average, I feel like it would slow down most battles. Just because she's completely mana blocked after the fact. And her looping is a really important aspect of any Wild Queen team. Wild Queen looping into itself. There we go. Yeah, it definitely works nonetheless. Yeah, I like pretty much every Wild Queen team for the most part. She's a really fun troop to use. Ever since she got buffed, she went from like being near useless to one of the most viable troops in the game. I use her a lot for Guild Wars. She can score pretty consistent 9,600s due to the fact that she does a lot of damage, a lot of mana accumulation simultaneously, while also extra turning. There's a lot of value for her ability. Okay, let's go do our other dailies then. If anyone still has any other questions, do let me know. And then we'll probably go until we get a level on this monk. Not sure how close we actually are at this point, but we should be almost there. Let's see, probably like 40, 50? Yep, never mind, way less than that. Yeah, we'll go until we get a level on monk. And probably call it a wrap. Because I don't want to cut into the dev stream, just because we'll get to see what the mythic does. Or at least you guys will probably be working on the video. We'll get to see it on Friday. But she will be showing it some capacity. And by showing it, I mean talking like a lot, and then occasionally doing teams. Let's see. Go for that. Get everyone down. What are the best troops for Magrim Woods? Forest Guardian. It's a double converter. That's not bad. However, Beast 50% doesn't have too much synergy. Like, it is synergized with other beasts, but there's not like a lot of excessively meta beasts. They're rather average to slightly above average, but mostly towards average. Other than that, I think that was the only one. Isn't Spirit Fox there? Spirit Fox as well. Spirit Fox, Forest Guardian. And off the top of my head, I think those are the only ones. Let me double check. I have to see a full list of them. The last I recall, it's Forest Guardian and Spirit Fox are the only viable things from a Grim Woods. Oh, and a Cockatrice. How could I forget Cockatrice? Cockatrice is actually probably the most viable thing from a Grim Woods, oddly enough. It's insanely good in early game, its value, but even throughout the entire game, it's pretty good. But Grim's Woods is, I mean, Cockatrice is only a rare. They end up like buffing it like crazy out of nowhere, and then had to nerf it like almost immediately because of how much they buffed it. But they did such a small nerf to it that it still was extremely buffed to the point that's above average of most other things around its rarity. It's a rare, which is super easy to obtain, that is super good in early game as a disable, but it can also go throughout the entire game. It has Entangle an enemy into Mana Drain, basically meaning you stop every amount of damage that it can do to a single troop. So the Entangle makes it so it can't do any skull damage, and the Mana Drain makes it so it can't do any cast. So you basically it's completely disabled out its damage capability. It's also one of the only few troops that can Mana Generate into itself, similar to Wild Queen and others, where it gets to create color of itself, brown, and it's boosted based on Mana Drain. And depending on how much mana they have, you can do like a 9-gem spawn, a 10-gem spawn, and stuff like that. He also gets double damage against things that are entangled, which he can easily entangle. And he has the extra link, and that's probably one of the other big aspects about him. He has a +1 into himself, and he's a 10 mana troop, which you normally would need to put a +1 into. So he's one of the few troops that also has a +1 attached to him that he needs. So it ends up working out really well because, yeah, he does have that +1 that he needs since he's a 10 mana cost troop. With that +1, you can 2-turn him with yellow or 1 yellow that surges, or, you know, as long as one of them surges, as long as you take a yellow and then a brown, or 2 yellows, or however you want to do it, as long as one of them's a yellow, you'll get full mana as long as one of the 2 matches surge. So you can 2-turn it rather than 3-turn it, and that +1 is very valuable on it. But yeah, it's probably the most viable thing within Magrim Woods, hands down. Dire Wolf is a pretty good damage dealer. He actually has 4 times skull damage, and for a common, he's also particularly good. Actually, a lot of troops in this game are really good low rarity ones. Even Druid, when traits first came out, was actually not that bad. But Forest Guardian, not these days though. Forest Guardian has 50% beast start with a double convert, so he's always at least semi-viable. This thing got nerfed into the ground, so it's no longer relevant. Ranger, I don't feel like it's used much in early game either. However, it's an okay early game troop. At one point, it was the absolute meta for early game when they buffed it, but they kind of did a Magrim's Wood rework a while back that ended up changing a lot of things, and mostly was a massive buff to this kingdom. So much so that a lot of things got reverted back, or not completely reverted back, but basically they buffed it, and then they all got nerfed like days after. It was kind of funny. But some of them still got extreme big benefit from it, like Cockatrice. But anyways, yeah, Cockatrice, Dire Wolf, Forest Guardian, Ranger kind of, but only early game. Spirit Fox, Spirit Dancer occasionally, Tracker because it has triple. Oh, sorry, never mind, not Tracker. I thought that was something else. Ignore Tracker, and that's it. So yeah, just those like 4 or 5 or so, but mostly Cockatrice. Cockatrice is by far the best thing in that kingdom, even though it's only a rare. Really great utility. Oh, is there a link to the dev stream? Yeah, I'll give a link once we end out. Which will probably be in about a minute or so then. Just want to finish out dungeons, and probably call it a wrap. Has she started yet? Someone said that she would be delayed, so pretty sure we're not cutting into it yet. If anyone knows how long it got delayed, let me know. Otherwise, we'll just keep streaming through it. There, we'll go for that for now. Oh, it got delayed a whole 30 minutes? That's kind of funny. We both delayed 30 minutes today. Go figure. I guess it's 30-minute delay day. Actually works out perfectly then. Because hers got delayed by 30 minutes instead of mine. So hey, works out. A double 30. Kafka's fielding questions. Ask her what's in next patch. Do we even know what's in next patch? I don't, because we're getting 4.9, I believe, is next patch, not 5.0. I don't think we know too much about it yet. Can I paste the raid team? Yeah, give me a moment. I don't have a thing to easily paste it, but we'll show it in the video tomorrow. I mean tonight. Well, it depends when it goes up. It might be tomorrow actually. It'll definitely be recorded tonight. When it gets up depends on how YouTube wants to go and how long it takes to get rendered. Okay, there's my stream. Let me leave a like on my own stream. There we go, 26. And then we'll go and, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the team I was just using. Where do I have it saved? As the first one up here, copy that, boom, boom. There's the raid team. Put it right over there. And there you go, there's the raid team. Raid team. I'll put what it actually is right next to it. There we go. Alright, there you go. There is the raid team. Okay, next order of business. That's done, that's done. Let's go do dungeons. And we'll go farm a little. And for that, we'll go bring out Phoenicia real quick. Oh, there's my Phoenicia team. I know you're down here. We still never covered that video. I need to. This other video. It was on the best 10 teams of last year. They're all still relevant, by the way. As you can tell by the fact that I keep coming down here for teams. But they're all still relevant. But they were teams that became viable as of last year because of things that came out last year. There we go. And that's that. Nice. So all data is completed other than Underworld, which I pretty much never do because we have a billion shards. We have like a 20,000 surplus right now. Quite a bit. And there really isn't many other loots down there that I actually need other than the shards. Pretty much every other loot we don't really need for the most part. And we already have enough of them at the moment. But speaking of things that we don't have enough of, though, our gold value. Let me go run some Explore 12. We haven't been running much of it lately. I'll just go run Seasons and go run Explore 12 over here. Wait, do we need 20% mana to start with this team? Never mind, we need 20% into Seasons. Alright, Explore, fight. Where's the team? All the way down here. And yeah, we do need to make sure we have 20% because that gets Scorpius up a bit quicker. No, Deathspire weapon's really bad. By the time you're even up against 4 towers to have its full boost ratio, it's already starting to fall off to the amount of damage it does. It is really underwhelming weapon. It's supposed to kind of be a weapon used for invasions, but it's not even good for invasions. And that's the only point where you ever even use it. But no, I would not advise using that weapon. It was added about a year and a half ago, and it's really bad. Which was added around the time they were still doing the Lorekeeper things. When he did that like a little book thing. I think that was like the 2nd or 3rd chapter. But yeah, the weapon's useless. Actually, every weapon that's in Soulforge this week is useless from Blighted Lands. None of them are good. Oh, I forgot to take the extra turn. Whoops. Which would have been very beneficial because he doesn't get repoisoned because he's got summoned. Ah, there we go. Oh wait, how did we not get an extra turn though? Oh, there we go. Now he's dead. We just have to go out of our way for it. Again, the revive. The thing's pretty rare to ever happen here. Starting to do it like every battle now. Starting to delay our battles. Yeah, it was a slight nerf to his kingdom when that ended up happening. Still doable though, but you occasionally get that happening. I was very unlucky to get it that quickly back to back though. I still want to get a level on Monk. We should only need like 10 XP though. We should probably go switch over to go to that first. Then let's grind this a little bit. How long will it take to get the last achievement in the game? A while. I would have to do this for like 200 more hours, what we're doing right now. A very long amount of time. Oh, we've been getting some really unlucky battles with these. There we go. Get that down. There we go. There won't be a special adventure board for every holiday, just some of them. Well, so far they only did it for one holiday. We've only had it for Chinese or for Lunar New Year. That's the only one that we've had it for so far. They skipped Valentine's Day, and even though they did special skulls, they also skipped Leprechaun Day. I mean, St. Patrick's Day. Hopefully they don't skip April 1st. Haha, no. They'll probably skip that one. If I had to guess, Easter will be the next one they do it for. But April 1st is around the corner. I don't think I'm doing anything special for it, though. Well, I am in Animal Crossing. In Animal Crossing, I believe it's the first day of the Easter event, so we're going to be grinding that like crazy. Oh no, I don't have any kind of April Fool's joke for this year planned. Do you think that your question just reminded them that they added that feature? I know, right? If we don't get one for Easter, I'm not sure why they added it. Oh, we got a Nisha. If I'm not mistaken, it's actually a badge completed as well. We got a Nisha. The all-elusive Nisha token. Dun dun dun. Nice. Wait, how many do we have? Wait, do we have 4 of them now? How many Nishas do we have? That's not what I wanted to check. I do. I do have 4 of them. Nice. We need another 5, and then we'll have another badge. Nice. Anyways, back to seasons. Yeah, we got 4. We got 3 medals and 4 tokens, which means 3 medals, 1 badge, 1 token. That's a nice find. We need like 1 billion more of those Nisha drops. They are so valuable. Pretty much no resource is more viable than Nishas these days in the current state of the game. Just because of how needed they are to max out every troop in the game. Particularly Legends and Mythics. And particularly Mythics. What Mythic will I medal first? I'm planning on not medaling any Mythic first, because by the time I and almost anyone would actually have enough medals to guarantee medal a Mythic, which would require 9 medals total. 6 that you have to put into it, 3 that you need for spares. But by the time anyone actually has 9 medals, the meta would have shifted so much that we'll have to wait until it happens. Because any Mythic between now and then, over the course of this year, could become new meta for being medaled. And for that reason, we wouldn't want to start putting them into any until we have all the medals we want to actually max one out. So even once we have a spare medal, I will not be putting it into anything at all. We'll just be holding on to it. Alright, we'll finish out the set and then we'll go get our monk level. I still didn't finish. Then after that monk level, we're probably going to call it a wrap. And go send you guys the salty link. So if she's starting a half an hour late, should be starting in about 15 minutes. If she starts at our late time, on time. Is there an ETA for the Deep Hive pet fix? Just waiting for the last of the files to be ready to be sent out. We don't have to ping you all with micro downloads every time you blink. They're probably going to do it on Monday, next Monday, I would assume. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do it this Monday. But yeah, they are aware of it, obviously, and it will be fixed soon. But yeah, for any of you that don't know, and I forgot to mention it during the video. It just completely slipped my mind at the time. I meant to. But the pet... Oops, I didn't see the double there. But the pet that was added in the most recent faction does not currently count as a Drifting Sands pet. So if you're trying to use it for Kingdom Stars in order to get like 14 or 15, I forget which one it was, But level 14 or 15 requires you to own 2 pets from the kingdom to be level 20. And if you were doing pure faction for that purpose, yeah, you might be a little mad because it doesn't work. It's the first pet they ever released where they forgot to make it associated to the kingdom, since they've been associated to the kingdom for the last like year and a half when they made that change a little while back. But yeah, it was an oversight on their part, and they're fixing it soon. Hopefully in the next few days, but it might take till Monday, because they'll probably roll it out with the new event, because they didn't get it done today, which is when most people were expecting them to get it done. What's today? But maybe because of coronavirus, it's a little bit delayed. They didn't really just devour us. That is one nice thing about Scorpius, though. He does have a mean to devour. So even though there's a mythic here with devour, it can't actually devour us, or at least not the most important aspect, which is the Doom Claw. There we go. And we got a Yasmin badge. Okay, let's go get our monk level, which we should be pretty much right on top of right now. Let's go run this, go run that. Oh, I'm not running armor right now. Whoops. Let me go change. Where's my armor? There we go. Switch to pure armor. Switch to Explore 3 team. And we should be good to go. And I think we only need like a dozen or less spells to get a monk level right now. If anyone still has any other questions, do let me know. Hey, how far are we on it, by the way? I know we're close. How close is close? We are 1 battle away. That is how close is. I was going to say, we should be already there. That's because we're 1 off. And dead. Easy as that. Quick kill team, love it. But there we go. Monk level. Only 2 more to go. Level 99 and 100 is all we got left. And then we got Max Monk finally in time for Guild War. Whole week and actually 2 weeks ahead of time. I forgot because we have raid this week, then we have the new world event next week, and then we have a Guild War. So we still got 2 weeks until next Guild War actually. So we're plenty ahead on time on that. And then we'll go find a new hero class to go level. But anyways, guys, let me go get you guys a link for any of you that want to go watch the dev stream. They're probably going to be going over to some capacity to new Mythic. Let's see, twitch.tv/improving. Also, apparently one of the devs is answering questions right now too there. So if you have any update things to happen in future questions, here's the little link thing. And here you guys go. Here is the link to there. Isn't Guild War next week? Oh, wait, never mind. I meant next... Wait, is it next week? Never mind, it is next week. I'm going crazy. Never mind. Yeah. Guild War is next week. My bad. I forgot the order for a second. But yes, never mind. Guild Wars is next week. I keep forgetting. It's I was thinking it was a 2-week gap between Guild Wars and the Council of Chiefs. But no, it's a 2-week gap between Guild Wars and Tower of Doom, which is still like that, just alternating, because it ended up replacing our Invasion. But yeah, my bad. Yeah. But yeah, Guild Wars next week, and then the World Lore event after that, which apparently is called the Festival of the Sun. But anyways, guys, here's the link. There's the dev stream. They'll be starting in 13 minutes, question mark. Let me go catch Imperd's question before we go. Any other questions I missed before I go? Just leave it in. Other than Phoenicia, is there any other quick teams for Explore 5? No, I'm not aware of anything that can super quick kill Explore 5. Obviously, quite a few things can still kill it quickly, but in comparison to instantaneously, I don't believe there's anything other than maybe if you go like a weird buff Rowan version or something, in which case you could probably go up to like Explore 7 if you do like Urskea Shield into Rowan into cast. That could take a little bit longer to win though, compared to Phoenicia and normal Rowan. However, I believe it goes to like Explore 7 or 8 as far as how far you'd still be able to one-shot with it. Obviously, you'd still be getting the same amount of trophies, but it's at a lower rate because you're losing or winning slightly quicker or slightly slower. But you'd be getting more gold, better tokens, stuff like that. I don't think that would be worth doing though. But no, I'm not aware of anything that can kill it as quick as Phoenicia. Phoenicia can actually go up to Explorer 6 as well, depending on how high your stats are. I normally do 5 just for the consistency of never missing with her ability. Because on Explorer 6 you occasionally can, depending on the kingdom. But plus Explorer 5 is the minimum for doing the higher trophy, double the trophy rate. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. There's the link to the dev stream. They should hopefully be starting in about 11 minutes. I'll catch you guys later. We'll be back here on this YouTube channel in same time as always, 2 hours prior to now tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Other than that, as we are every single night, other than that, we'll also be doing the Animal Crossing stream tomorrow, and it's the last day of March, so we probably have a lot of last day of March things to do. If I can find someone who's in Southern Hemisphere, we're probably going to be playing Southern Hemisphere on Animal Crossing to try to catch as many of the Southern Hemisphere exclusives for the month. And if we don't, we probably won't be able to get those until like 5 or 6 months from now in our own hemisphere. So do want to get as many of those as we can, as some of those we might not be able to get a little bit later. I actually need to go double check, because most guide videos that go over it only say Northern Hemisphere, but they don't actually go over Southern, which is annoying. But there's the info's out there. I just need to dig for it. But anyways, guys, catch you guys later. And of course, the event video should be up either later tonight or tomorrow morning. And I'll catch you. It'll be up before the Animal Crossing stream, 100%. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone, and have a wonderful week. Stay safe out there from the virus. Goodbye, everyone.